welcome to my first cooking video. The subject of today's video is going to be how to not suck at knife skills, at the request of a few of my friends. So we're going to look at some different cuts, very basic ones. We're not going to get too in depth with it. We're going to be working with onion, a little potato, and just some very basic things like slicing and dicing. We're going to be talking a little bit about knife safety too, how to hold the knife safely, and how to work on your cutting board in a safe and efficient manner. So, without further ado, let's get into it. One important thing we're going to look at is the grip. You don't want to hold your knife like this, or back here. You want to get a pinch grip. So you take your fingers, you grip right there, right along the bolster, and then the other fingers kind of go around in support of it. First you want to get some non-skid shelving liner like this, and then you put that under your cutting board on your surface, and see, it won't move around, it won't budge. Now you need a honing steel, and you'll want to run your knife down it about 4 or 5 times at a 15-degree angle. I always keep my blade pointed up and away from me so that I don't run the risk of cutting my fingers. Never put the blade towards you. Always make sure you turn it around when it's on the cutting board and keep it away from you. Mixing bowl and a bench scraper are both very useful tools for prep. You can use the bench scraper to scoop up ingredients and put them in the bowl. Let's start with the onion. You're going to cut the stem end off and tip it over so you have a flat surface to work on. Now you're going to cut it down the pole into halves, and then you peel off the skin. Maintain a claw grip and keep your fingertips out of the way so they don't get cut all the time. Make one horizontal cut through the onion, then slice down through the onion into thin slices. Now cut across those slices into a dice. When you reach the root end, you can stop. I've seen a lot of videos saying you should slice like this, but I prefer to do it the way that my chef instructor taught me, which is to slice forward. Kind of uses the natural momentum. You don't want to chop up and down, you want to slice forward, using forward motion while you're slicing through that onion. It'll give you cleaner cuts. Then turn it 90 degrees and slice through again into a dice. You do small dice, or here I do a little bit of a wider dice, and again up to the root end where you can stop. Always sweep food off of your knife like this, away from you, so that you don't slice your fingers on the blade. Now here's where that bench scraper comes in. Very handy. You can just scoop it up and dump your ingredients right into your prep bowl. You also don't have to use your knife as a scraper. I wouldn't recommend it for the home cook. Now onto the humble potato. First, you want to peel it. So just smooth, even strokes across the potato. Now you can use this little guy to really dig out those nasty looking eyes there. And then scrape down everything. If you get to a rough spot, just keep on scraping at it, dig the eyes out. Again, use that bench scraper to get those scraps off your cutting board. Now make a very thin slice on one side of the potato so it can lay flat on the cutting board. If it's rolling around, it's not safe. Slice down into thin planks. Not too thin, maybe 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. Now stack those planks up and slice through those planks into little batons. Now you turn those batons and you slice across them, and then you've got your basic dice. See? Easy. Those batons that you cut is a French cut called the bâtonnet. And this is a julienne, which is thinner. You cut across the julienne and you have your small dice. So we have our little small dice. We have more of a medium dice here. Just use that guide hand, your left hand, to slowly move back and keep your knife against the knuckle. For slicing onions, we want to take that root end off so that it does fall apart. We're going to want to cut not this way, but along the curvature of the onion, which is called a radial cut. So just start slicing and move that knife all along the curvature of that onion. If you want to, you can kind of tip it over in order to make it a little bit easier so that you're not cutting at too weird of an angle, and all the way through. And there we have it. Nice sliced onions with a couple of superfluous hand gestures. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or requests for different subject material. I'm looking forward to helping you not suck at cooking. Thanks for watching.